Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Let's look at this. Okay, we love Barack Obama. Well, I didn't. I knew it was fake from day one, and you know I used to say it all the time.
Yeah, you've been consistent. Like, you always been consistent on a lot of things. The people catching up later. Even Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, and that witch, hell, she's nothing but a fake, too. But here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a grandparent, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you'll find out when you become one, if you become one. Mm-hmm. Your legacy are your grandchildren.
Right.
And we wanted to jump John McCain, but John McCain had 3 grandchildren, and all of them were darker than paper bag brown. Because his favorite daughter-in-law, a Navy officer, was very dark. So most of his grandchildren matched the definition of American black.
Mm-hmm.
But we took a half-breed who has no real American connection other than the fact that his mama was a white girl from Kansas. And by the way, update on that, his grandfather on his mother's side, first cousins with President George Herbert Walker Bush.
Oh, wow.
Guess what? That makes Obama cousins to George Walker Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? That makes Obama cousin to Dick Cheney, who is second cousin to George Herbert Walker Bush.
And that's why he couldn't send him to prison, right, for war crime, because that'd be a moment at the family reunions.
Okay. Warren Buffett, the billionaire, is a cousin.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
2 great-great-grandfathers of Barack Obama were Confederate officers during the Civil War fighting to maintain slavery.
That's all.
Now, that's who we love. And he got raised in Indonesia by a spy master who contracted with the U.S. government to run spy operations in China, North Korea, North Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos at a time that, the Nam was going on. Who had, stepdaddy who raised him, had a warrant outstanding against him from The Hague for crimes against humanity, alleging he had been responsible for killing 500,000 people when he ran the death squads for the Indonesian government.
Wow.
Or his cousin, George Herbert Walker Bush, first cousin to his grandfather on his mother's side. Guess what? George Herbert Walker Bush at one time ran the CIA under President Jerry Ford. Now, how about that? See, it's all interconnected, and we don't even think because we don't give a damn. We rely on these folks. It amazes me. I listen to folk talk about white supremacy. White supremacy. It ain't no use. Might as well sit on your couch smoking a blunt playing vid games because you don't get ahead because of white supremacy. And then to rely upon for their source of information, what do they rely on? White supremacy.
Right. But bloodlines do matter, Judge, as you proving, like, bloodlines. Is it really about, you can't be president? I thought everybody had a chance to be president, but it's really about your bloodline, right? Who you relate to. So it is a good old boys network, though, on many different levels, right? I mean, I saw the movie The Klansman with Lee Marvin early this morning. O.J. Simpson. That's an interesting movie, and Lola Falana. But even the sheriff of the town, Lee Marvin, character said, we all, it's about connection. It's a fellowship. It's a network that goes all the way to the State House.
Yep.
So it's not just about the redneck in the white sheet. It's about the governor in the three-piece suit. I'm a three-piece suit. Excuse me.
Well,
so how can you win? How can you win when the game is set up like that?
How about this one? There was a white slave, an indentured servant named Samuel Hinckley.
Okay.
You know, the 13th Amendment outlawed slavery and involuntary servitude. That would include him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got 7 U.S. presidents who are his direct descendant, including Obama and the Bushes.
Mm.
7 bloodlines. That's pretty good. Got some super sperm there.
Yeah, but what was Hickley again? What was his thing? What was his lot in life? When you say his lot in life, he was an indentured
servant. He was a French Huguenot who wanted to escape the Catholics in France.
Okay.
So he indentured himself to be brought to America. So that is is mentioned in the first Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution. For purposes of apportioning representation in the House of Representatives, every 10 years there shall be a census. For purposes of the apportionment, 3/5 of all of those held in slavery or involuntary servitude shall be counted toward this number. That's Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution. Amendment 13 says, henceforth, etc., there shall be no slavery nor involuntary servitude except upon due process of law as a punishment for a criminal offense. So he was part of that category.
Mm-hmm. So this guy produced
involuntary servitude, which existed up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
wow. Okay, several presidents coming ancestors.
7 U.S. presidents were descendants of this one man, Samuel Hinckley, including George Herbert Walker Bush, George Walker Bush, and Barack Obama. And by the way, there's Uncle Herbie.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Herbert Walker.
Mm.
George Herbert Walker. Uncle George Herbert Walker. Who was George Herbert Walker? Well, he founded Halliburton. 1946 in Oklahoma. It had been founded by a Mr. Halliburton in 1919, but it went belly up, so he just bought the assets and reincorporated it. So Halliburton, the energy company, is a family institution of which Barack Obama has an interest.
Now, Judge, you gave a lot of people stuff to digest because you're just shaking everybody's world. A lot of people's worlds, their imagination.
How about this one? 23 people got pardoned before their arraignment date in federal court. 23 executives of British Petroleum deemed responsible for that Gulf oil rig blowout. But Barack Obama Tang's private trust operating out of Indonesia, guess what?
What?
They do a lot of business with British Petroleum. The last 3 people Obama nominated for the U.S. Supreme Court all worked for Goldman Sachs. Guess what? The law firm he and Michelle worked for represented Goldman Sachs, and Goldman Sachs also finances a lot of the adventures of the trust fund, of which he is a 1/3 equal beneficiary.
And he was his biggest campaign contributor back in 2008. They gave the most money.
Yeah. And they had a 2-day-long series of hearings in New York, moderated by reporter Tom Brokaw.
everybody. This is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that jingle review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.